This is Suyang and Young from Team Awesome. In this video, we'll talk about how we implemented a question and answering system for our NLP course project. Our task was to create two programs, an ask program that takes in a Wikipedia article and generates a set number of intelligent questions for the article, and an answer program which takes in a Wikipedia article and a list of questions relevant to the article and answers those questions correctly, fluently, and concisely. For question generation, we mainly used syntactic structures of sentences to transform them into grammatical questions. We relied on the Stanford parser, which we used through the NLTK interface to transform sentences into parse trees as shown here. Here's how we implemented the ask program in detail. First, to parse the text files, we tokenized the text into a list of sentences using NLTK. Next, we want to select a subset of these sentences such that meaningful and grammatical questions could be formed. We therefore filter out sentences with less than 5 words. Those sentences are typically short headers that do not form full sentences such as references, further reading, external links that appeared in some of the development files. We also filter out sentences that are more than 150 characters long to prevent the parser from running out of memory. Then, we want to narrow this filtered list down to a set of simple sentences of the form NP-VP period. These sentences state facts from which we can generate WH questions. With this list of sentences, we can then proceed to generate two types of questions, binary and WH questions. For binary questions, these are simple yes or no questions. To transform a sentence into a question, we first check if there is an auxiliary verb after the subject. If there is an auxiliary verb, we invert the auxiliary verb and the subject. If there isn't one, we use do or did depending on the tense and conjugate the verb. All this is done using the conjugate function in pattern.en. For WH questions, we look for POS tags and NER tags in a sentence to determine which WH question to ask. For example, we look for NPs to ask what questions, adverbs to ask how questions. We also use the Stanford NER tagger to identify the specific NPs. For example, we look for the person tag to ask who questions and the location tag to ask where questions. After we identify the answer from the sentence, we remove it from the sentence and invert the sentence just like we did for binary questions, and insert the corresponding WH word in front.